Welcome everybody to Brazilian Kitchen. My name is Pedro and today we're gonna learn how to make a road trip classic, Biscoito de Polvilho or YUCA biscuits. We would have this snack in road trips in Brazil. When we would stop at gas stations, we would go and get it. And since it's so easy to find there, most people, they don't make it at home. They just go and buy the store-bought version. But now that we are in the US, we're gonna make its homemade version. Guys, this is a video that you wanna hold on until the end because today we're gonna have two special guests that are gonna be trying this recipe. But before we get to it, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. The first thing we're gonna do in our recipe, we're gonna boil the water and the oil. But be careful because these two together, they don't mix, so they're gonna make a lot of bubbles and they could burn you, so be careful with that. While we wait for this to boil, I'm gonna cover it so I don't burn myself, and I'm gonna put the polvilho in a bowl that we're gonna use to mix later. Now that it has boiled, I'm gonna turn off and wait for all the bubbles to stop bursting. Now we mix until everything is uniform, everything is glued together. Now that the dough is cool to the touch, we're gonna add the eggs, but we're gonna add the eggs one by one and keep mixing it, because if we put too many eggs, then we're gonna have to add more tapioca starch. And you know, I was trying this recipe and it just happened to me that I had 3 yolks in a single egg, so I had to add a lot more tapioca starch. So let's go slowly, one by one, and we'll see what happens. After I finish incorporating this egg, I'm gonna add the other one if needed. It will come to a point that you guys won't be making much progress with the spoon, so we're gonna get your hands dirty. At this point, I'm gonna add the second egg. Now that we got to this texture, like the dough is slowly dripping from my hands, I'm not gonna add the third egg. So there's gonna be just 2 eggs, and I'm gonna add the salt and mix it a little. Okay, now we're ready for the final step. We're gonna put the dough into a bag to start putting them into the baking tray to bake them. So I'm just gonna clean my hands here, and then I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. I'm gonna use here a food saver bag because I don't have a pastry bag. And if you don't have one as well, you guys can use a Ziploc like we did on the Carolina video right here, or anything else that might help you, a rice bag or something like that. Last case, you guys can also use a spoon like I did when I was testing this recipe. It won't look as good, but it will taste just the same. I put the bag inside the glass to make it easier so I can use the spoon and take the rest of the dough from it. Now we just unwrap it. We make a small cut here. And now we put it on our baking tray, which we don't need to grease. I'm doing this because this is the most common shape that we find this, but you guys can feel free to do however you want. And now this is going into the oven for 30 minutes. Guys, it's been 30 minutes and now we're ready to take off our first YUCA biscuits from the oven. Guys, our YUCA biscuits are finally ready and we have 2 batches here. There are 2 more in the oven and we still have some dough, so this one needs a lot of biscuits. Before we try this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. Can you guys hear the crunchiness? Can you guys hear this? This is the perfect snack. The one from the road trips, they are very good, but this one, homemade, fresh, it's amazing. Oh, I just remember I have some requeijão and now I'm gonna dip it. We made the requeijão recipe a while ago, but you guys can find it here, and this is a great side for this snack. Guys, this is very good. You should definitely try this recipe at home and bring it to your next road trip. When I was testing this recipe, I didn't use the food saver bag, so I used the spoon and it was much larger than it is today. So if you make this way, it's gonna have a different texture. It's gonna be bigger with a hollow interior and very soft, very different than what we have here. Both are very common in Brazil and both are very good, so this is totally up to your preference. And now let's see what our friends Igor and Jennifer thought about this biscuit that they just received a bag of.
Hey! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much!
Oh my god, thank you!
You're welcome, guys.
This is awesome. This is Brazilian Biscoito de Polvilho.
That looks
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
E aí galera! Thank you Brazilian Kitchen, Biscoito de Polvilho. It's been a long time since I had those. A Brazilian treat from my state. Delicious. Jennifer says she's mineira from now on.
Eu sou mineira.
Delicious guys, thank you so much. Obrigado. Delicious.
Thanks, Igor. Thanks, Jennifer. Thank you so much for being our guinea pigs in this episode and trying our recipe. I'm very glad that you guys have liked it. So this was Biscoito de Polvilho, or YUCA biscuits. I thank you guys for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Até logo!